Hi, I'm Princess India, and these are whatever animal ears these are. And I'm here with your September mid-month special announcement. You are not grieving the loss of them. You are grieving the loss of who you wish they were. This has been a public service announcement. And the intro's coming right.
Why love superficially when we can go from hello to epitome, manifesting destinies and Last, but most certainly not least, Capricorn. Ladies and gentlemen, Capricorn. I'm not even mad at y'all. I think the beginning of it was the beginning of September. That read was pretty specific. It's about cheating and things. So I think this one, it's general. So if you ain't cheating or getting cheated on, I think this may do you better. Good old Cappy friend. Fellow Earth sign and whatnot. I'm not even gonna fuss at you guys for being last. But anyway, welcome to your September mid-month reading. We're doing things very different. Aside from the fact that I'm in my dining room, I am doing a spread for you guys that's going to look at your mental space as well as your physical space. So that's either like body or your environment or the people that are around you, as well as your spiritual and emotional space. We're going to look at challenges you guys may be facing between now and going into October. Let me close my laptop. And, I'm trying to get my arm. Okay. I like my sleeves down over my fingers. But anyway, looking at challenges that you guys may be facing. Okay, and the Queen of Wands fell out while I was shuffling. It's interesting. So maybe a Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries female that's of significance, But, what else was I saying? Oh yeah, we're gonna look at you guys' challenges as well as like actions going forward, and then we're looking at the Chakra Oracle deck as well as the Work Your Light deck, which is my new deck that is so pretty. Oh wait, you can't see it. There it is. Merry Christmas. But anyhow, I'm saying I'm gonna shuffle the crap out of this deck, but every time I do that, it's like everybody's been getting a lot of the same cards, so I see that there's some resonance that's going on where a lot of people are dealing with a lot of things and a lot of signs are dealing with each other, what I'm saying. So I'm gonna keep going until Spirit tells me to stop. I would tell you to fast forward, but you probably don't want to do that. I don't know, peer pressure, whatever. Two more times. Okay, I can feel that. Jeez Louise. Really? Alright. I'm like cutting the deck boo-boo times because I'm really like, we're gonna get some different cards, dag nabbit, son of a gun. Alright, let's see. Move mouse. Not literal mouse, I meant like, computer mouse. Just, throwing that out there. All right, the first card that we have for you guys in your mental space is the Ace of Pentacles. So you guys may be offering someone a new opportunity. So if you're a boss, you're calling somebody today to tell them that they have a job, or you're giving somebody some money, or opening up a door for someone in a very tangible sense, or at least you're considering it. So this may be something that you're kind of on the fence about. Physical action, this very well may be you offering someone a very lucrative, abundant opportunity with the Empress in your physical space. Other than that, an opportunity has been presented to you guys, and it's leaving you feeling very abundant, and not just feeling, but literally having a tangible, touchable things that are Empress-like. So your money is no longer funny, you're feeling on top of the world, and you want to give to other people because that's what you should do. You know, the gift that keeps on giving. So the Queen of Wands fell out when I was shuffling, and in your spiritual and emotional space, we have the King of Wands. So I'm feeling like you guys have received more or less like a tangible sign, right? That has left you guys feeling abundant. So I'm more or less looking at this as it could be a job opportunity or just some money that you guys came into. I don't want to say more or less like a windfall, because with the Empress, I want to say that it's something that you've worked very hard for, but it's just something that may have been delayed. But now it's opening up the door for you to do what it is that you really want to do. So say in the sense, I don't know if it's like a lawsuit, because it's not tax time. So say if it's like a lawsuit, you don't technically work for a lawsuit. I mean, if it's pain and suffering, whatever. However it is you guys got money, or if it's a job. Now it's opening up the door for you to feel more empowered, because the vibe that I kind of get is money was like the signifier for you guys. So it's like, how do I want to say it? It's almost feeling like when you didn't have money, you felt like the Five of Pentacles. So you felt like the little decrepit homeless dudes outside of the church, but it's like now you feel like you can step into your power, because the money is a confirmation to where you feel almost right within yourself. So the way that I want to clarify this is in the sense that you've always been this. So this energy has always existed within you, but I just feel like you guys needed, you know, the duckies in order for you to start prancing around like a peacock in heat. Something of the sort. Anyway, your challenges is the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, sometimes when you win, you lose, and the Hermit. So, wow, this is interesting. So, all right, one thing that I want to say is don't get too overconfident. So if you guys did come into money, don't be balling like the Empress. Like, don't go furnish your whole house in one day, you know, revamp your entire wardrobe, you know what I'm saying, because you're feeling lovely because you got some little change, you know what I'm saying. You want to be practical and strategic about this and plan out this money. So if in the event this is someone who came into like a lump sum of money, it's like you don't let it burn in your pockets, I guess you would say. It's like you really want to take time and figure out what it is that you want to do, because you very well, with the Five of Swords, if you're kind of, you know, mindlessly spending, or, you know, or if you even got an opportunity to where, because, you know, the Ace is, it's the raw energy of that particular suit. So this isn't something, if it's like an offer, it's, and I want to say offer in a sense of like, it's not 100% guaranteed. And let me say that's not for everyone, right? But I'm saying like if it's something where somebody kind of said like, hey, I can probably get you on at my job. It's like, don't take the savings that you've been living off of and be like, yes, I'm about to go buy this, 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 and that because I'm about to have a job. You know what I'm saying? Because you very well could end up in a position where this does not follow through. You know what I mean? And with you kind of overestimating the situation, or even if you're expecting money, over estimating how much you're going to receive, right? So say if it's like a lottery win or something of the sort like that, you know what I'm saying? It's overestimating how much money that you're going to get and ending up in a position to where, like I said, sometimes when you win, you lose. You know what I'm saying? So it's overestimating the situation. So the thing that's important here is to get clear on, and if you feel kind of pushed, because this is just a little personal development thing, little caveat, is if you have a habit of burning money when you get it or spending money before you get it, it's like taking time to really reflect on why that is. It's like, what is this incessant feeling that I need to like burn, burn, burn? You know what I mean? And then I said this to someone else too. If you do feel in a place where you do recognize you do have an issue with managing money and that you have a tendency to kind of overspend frivolously, there's absolutely nothing wrong with reaching out to someone who is better with their finances and allowing them to help you, even more so if you were in a relationship. If you were in a relationship, you're married, you're living with somebody, please don't be spending money frivolously or handling all the bills and you know good and well that you are not good with money. It's like, allow your partner to help you out, because especially if you're in a relationship, especially if you have a family, it's like you guys spending this money the wrong way, and it's making me think of Peter Griffin. If you watch Family Guy and you think about how Peter Griffin like has like the Peter copter and like and it's making me think of Joey's like, where do you get the money for these things, you know? So it's like getting money and doing really like redonkulous stuff with it where it's not really serving anyone. It's kind of like on a whim. You do something that seems really cool at the time, but it's like everybody is kind of, well, everyone in the long run ends up suffering. You know what I mean? So it's like your family ends up suffering, so you got the temporary gratification for it. But you know, your family ends up suffering in the long run. So again, sometimes when you win, you lose. You know what I mean? And the important thing here, that personal development caveat, is really like shining the light on this tendency that you have to find out what the root of it is, so you can, you know, acknowledge that and kind of uproot it so you can start to change your behavior. Because it's very difficult for us to change our behavior when we don't know the why that exists behind the reason that we're behaving this way. Going even further than that, every single behavior has a motivation. We exhibit the behavior because there is a need that we're trying to get met with the behavior. So that's like the bridge between the two. So if we know the why, and the bridge is leading to a less than stellar place, we can go back over the bridge to the why, burn that bridge, and build another one that goes to a place that is more in service of us, right? So our actions moving forward, we have the 6 of Cups. So this very well could be something that's long reaching. It could be something that you've done or a way that you've handled things that extends as far back as childhood. It could also be, you know, like old habits die hard. It's like a lot of times we end up getting conditioned by like watching people do stuff. So say if our parents are really bad with money, it's like we're bad with money because no one ever taught us how to be good with money, right? The next card that we have in your actions going forward is the Fool, and the last card that we have is the Page of Cups. So I feel like this is like an emotional type of thing. It's like it's almost like trying to fill a void, I guess. Because it's like if you came into money, or there's, is that my kid? Might be my kid. But anyway, if you came into money, or you're coming into a new opportunity that yeah, it's my kid. Or if you're coming into a new opportunity where it gives the illusion, and not the illusion saying that it's fake, but it's just more or less like it's presenting something to you suggesting that you're gonna have abundance. It's more or less like trying to figure out what ties that has to the past, whether that came from conditioning from parents, or this is just a bad behavior that's been picked up. But I'm seeing with this, you guys have the opportunity to completely reverse how things are manifesting now and stepping into a new energy, right? But it's gonna take some work because you know, it's like you're new to this. So I kind of get like this fumbly, because of course, you know, we're looking at the Page of Cups here, but it's like I get this kind of fumbly kind of energy, and I get like just a and I don't mean this in a negative way. It's like a whimsical, childlike, you know, very moved by your emotions, which isn't necessarily a bad thing to be guided by your emotions, but it's bad when it's not harnessed properly. You know what I mean? Because the Page of Cups is a very whimsical, emotionally driven, bright-eyed, you know, optimistic person. You know what I mean? But if you put that energy in an adult body, trying to do adult things, you know what I mean? And if the risks that you're taking are not calculated, then you very well can end up in a situation where you're having this this conflict, you know what I mean? So it's more or less you're winning, and I'm reiterating my little you know, quote for this reading so far. It's like you're personally winning, but it's hurting everyone else in the process, right? I really do feel like this has something to do I really do feel like this has something to do like with like some type of family. And I feel like it's kind of like a dad energy too. But the whole key is here to kind of reduce all of this down to like the bare bones. It's just the simple fact that Spirit is offering you guys an opportunity for expansion right now. You know what I mean? But it's more or less, and now I do want to use a tax return type of thing. It's like if, you know, more or less people who have kids get the benefits of, you know, dependents and tax returns and such, you know. But it's like if you think about, you know, throughout the year, because it is coming up on that time, but it's like throughout the year, it's like you're struggling and it's like, oh man, if I just had a little bit of extra money, right? And it's like, so you make all these plans. It's like, you know, when I get my tax return this year, it's like, I'm not going to spend it all at once. I'm not going to put it on this. It's like, I'm going to pay down some bills. I'm going to put a little bit to the side to save this and that, right? But what ends up happening is you end up getting the money and then you end up doing the same thing that you've done every time. And then you find yourself somewhere like around the end of February, beginning of March, and it's like you're fat broke again, right? So it's like trying to figure out, how the heck did I let this happen? You know what I mean? But the thing is because there was no strategic plan, you know, and that's why that's your challenge. It's your challenge to like, and we are getting super kindergarten with this, which is, I feel, slightly condescending, but it's like if you think about if you're building a statue, you're not just gonna walk up to the little stone wall that's there and start chiseling away. It's like, no, you have a blueprint, you have to get your tools, you got to do your measurements. So it's the same thing with this opportunity that's being presented to you, whether it is a large sum of money, whether it's a job opportunity or what have you. The key is here to find a middle ground with how you usually approach things, because I feel like the way that you have been approaching things is outdated. It's not serving you anymore. And I feel like, and like I say, I don't mean this in a condescending or, you know, negative fashion, but it's just the fact that it's time for you to start to, y'all want me to say that, huh? Good Lord. Don't do this to me, Capricorn. I did all my throat chakra exercises before this and stuff. I'm going to say it anyway. But it's time to mature in how it is that you're handling your business. You know what I mean? Because we can all desire to look like the Empress. We can all desire to feel like the King of Wands. But like I told Cancer, in Leos, it's like, y'all so wrong for this. You can't cut corners. It's like you cannot cheat the system. This is one of those things that you're going to have to build up from ground zero. And you're going to have to put in the time, energy, effort, and practice to master this. Because, like I said, it's easy to present oneself this way. Very, very easy. And that's, again, even making me think there's some of you Capricorn people who are with someone else. And I mean, it could be a Taurus person. If it's a Taurus person, let them handle the money, okay? Because if there's anything that we know better than anything else, it's food and finances, okay? F and F, hello. But anyway, so I'm kind of seeing, yeah, there specifically is a person, like a couple or whatever, where you're with someone and they may not necessarily be a Taurus, they could be a Libra, I guess, or whatever they are, but they're more financially savvy. And the thing is, relinquishing control and allowing them to step in and to handle things is not saying that you're incompetent. You know what I'm saying? It's not saying that you're ill-equipped. It's like you're good in other things. You're just not good in finances. So the perk of this is if you kind of step out of the way, let them step into their mastery to kind of get things handled. You know what I mean? Like whether them getting things in order or helping you, you know, invest this money or whatever opportunity is being presented to you. You know what I mean? Helping you to more or less like cultivate that and create that for your benefit. That's something that can benefit the both of you in the sense that it's going to bring an emotional balance between the two of you. So create like a little connection because it's a bonding type of thing. And it's not just letting them handle the money and like stepping away and taking your hands off, but it's actually learning from them. You know what I mean? And the thing that I'm kind of sensing is that it's like a pride type of deal. You know what I mean? It's a pride type of thing to where, you know, you feel like admitting that you don't know how to do this is like feeling like a defeatist type of mentality. But it's not that at all. It's a weakness. It's a vulnerability, but it's something like a muscle that can be strengthened. You know what I mean? And of course, if this is someone that cares about you, you know what I mean? It's like they're going to be more than willing to help you and go through this path with you, as well as being supportive. So the whole key here is honesty. And like I said, this freaking Hermit card has been all up in this piece. But a lot of it has been coming up this month. Like, it's a whole lot of shining the light on, like, this last little remnants of, like, you know, just past, you know, hurts and hang-ups and bad habits and stuff like that that have kind of, like, snuck into this new cycle. And this Hermit is, like, coming in and shining the light on all this stuff. He's like, look, this is what's popping. Acknowledge this, you know? So, and like I said, it's general, and I'm saying this in the most general form possible, because I mean, this could be anything. This could be a myriad of different things, but just listen to the essence. And it's like, if the essence and like the theme of what I'm saying resonates, even if it's not, you know, you winning the lottery or getting a lawsuit or tax returns or money management, what have you, whatever the case may be, it's more or less, I don't know. It's kind of like taking your hands off the wheel because you don't know how to drive, okay? So let somebody drive that know how to drive. It's like, stop winging it and just hoping, you know, stuff is just going to work itself out, because it's not. So, I don't know. That's really been a theme. It's a lot of stuff of putting the work in, you know? But Spirit, let me get one card from my Capricorn people, please, Spirit. To assist them on their journey, to give them some guidance going forward into October. Please, Spirit. 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 Oh, okay. So, how long have I been shaking those? Have I been shaking these and they not go anywhere? Oh, well, all right then. That's your card. And Spirit, let me get a chakra oracle card and before I could finish my sentence. And there we are. Merry Christmas. Okay, so the first card that we have from my new deck, Protection. And it says, call back your power. Cut the cords. Soul retrieval. I picked this for someone else. I cannot remember what that is. So this is making me think about this Six of Cups here. So to me, guys, this is something like from your past. So it's like, it's learned behavior that's not really serving you. So if we stick with this whole theme of like, you know, my parents had bad money management habits, so now I have bad money management habits. It's like cutting the ties with the past and being open to step into apprenticeship mode and allow a master. So if that is your spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, whatever the case may be, roommate, I don't know, whatever. Any person that you know that's a master of what it is that you see that you're sucking at right now. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, man. It's like, not everybody is a master of everything. But I do see with the Hermit, like this level of protection, it's like Spirit is allowing this to come to the surface and, you know, having you kind of in freak out mode of like, am I going to do the same thing that I've done before? Because it's time for this behavior to be changed, for you guys to step into a new energy so that, you know, the blessings that are coming to you going forward, you don't screw them up. Because we don't want that, Capricorn, damn it. So anywho, very interesting. The chakra oracle card you guys have is Victim. With our green border, that means that that's heart chakra. You know what I'm on? Little heart chakra going on there. So a little caveat that we have, and since, oh my gosh, I just realized my microphone is not in. I really hope y'all have been able to hear me, yo. I forgot to plug it in. I did this with Aries last month. Like super duper low to where y'all can't hear jack squizzle and I'm saying. But anywho, I know the other signs are going to be mad because towards the end of these readings, I've decided to not just read the little summary. I've been reading the whole thing, but sorry, everybody else. Anyway, so victim, story time, hashtag victim. To grow into a tree, a planted acorn must be fully brown. A green acorn is an indicator that you may need grounding and a more solid plan to achieve what you truly desire. Are you trying to create something before you are ready to do so? Oh my goodness, dude, I freaking love these cards. It's like it sums up the reading to the freaking heart, I swear. So anyway, this is the full-blown story, okay? So here's the quote. It says, I am not a victim. I choose to do what I am doing. The legend. Green Acorn is asked to star in a fable by Kelly the Green Dragon. He was promised top billing, but in the end, he says his best work never made the final edit. Now he doesn't even have a speaking part. He feels betrayed by Dragon, but Green Acorn is not resentful. Being in the fable landed him a job on display at the museum. He insists he is content, but we can see denial in the underlying anger. Inspiration. The green acorn indicates that being in denial may be holding you back. To move forward, you must make an honest assessment of your situation. Bam. Just saying. Personal inquiry. How are my actions connected to my inability to create breakthroughs? Am I willing to make new choices in order to grow? Key ideas. Feeling blocked, blaming others, past resentment, deluding yourself, potential for greatness. Y'all, I swear this deck is like juju magic or something. I promise you. So I say heart chakra because usually when it's like a fear or we're holding on to something and there's like that little resistance, so that's always that good old little Four of Pentacles energy. And then also when I look at protection, I think about the Fool as well. Hence why Home Duke can hang out the cliff, because he knows that he is protected. But the whole thing here is, guys, is cutting ties with the past, because this is a subconscious block, right? It's a little bit of pride, you know what I mean? A little bit of ego, you know what I mean? The fear of vulnerability. But I mean, the key is here is to admit where it is that we are. And if we continue on this way, your central energy being the Five of Swords, we're going to continue in this same cycle. So you will inadvertently do the same thing that you've done every time before unless you change your behavior. You cannot change your behavior if you do not know your why. This is where your why lies. You know what I mean? And if you have someone present tense that can, you know, kind of clear the pathway for you into the future that you desire, it's time to put the ego to the side and admit, yo, I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. Please help me, right? Because being a victim is so easy. If ever things don't go our way, we can just blame somebody else. It's like, hey, it's not my fault. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody told them to give me that money. But whatever the case may be, guys, because like I said, it may not be money. It could be a job. It could be anything. But however it resonates with you in whatever facet of your life, apply it and let me know in the comments. If you feel like the essence of this kind of resonated with you, but in a completely different facet of your life than I mentioned, then let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm nosy. I like to know things. But anywho, that has been your mid-September general energy reading, Capricorn. It has been a pleasure. It always is. I hope to hear what you thought and what's not or whatever. But now I get to reward myself with chicken fettuccine, because I said I was not going to be able to eat fettuccine until I finished all of my readings, and I did. So pat me on the head, pat me on the back, and I did a good job. I love your face. I'll see you in October. Deuces.